Hey, and welcome back to Factorio. My name is Brune, and we are playing Exotic Industries, a mod for Factorio. In our last episode, we had finished adding some things to the to the mall. Um, kind of got a lot of these new buildings set up to start kind of tackling fluids and oil processing, which I'm really excited about. Um, I needed to pick up some of those. What are they called again? Stone furnaces? I'm also going to need to make some coke furnaces, which are going to require picking up some stone bricks. I want to pick up the steel. I insert stone into inventory full. Looks like I have a ton of iron beams that I can probably drop off. Here you can't control click them in, but you can just put up to 100 in each one of these machines. Okay, that freed up a lot of space. I know I'm going to need some coal coke furnaces. I don't know how many, but we'll see once we get down there. I think I'll need a few stone quarries, I thought. Actually, I can just look. Did I need stone quarries? No, that was for a different build. Okay. Okay, let's go and improve our steel. Actually, I should go deal with those before they get any worse. Let's go do that. Picked up just a little extra coal for the vehicle here. Okay, let's give it some ammo. And let's go deal with these biters. Seem like they're just getting a little too close for comfort. Yeah, because these could have grown since they were discovered too. Using the terrain to my advantage, keep them running around here. One biter base down. Get a repair from the nanobots quick. Coming by too fast, and I can't take any of the buildings out. Okay, very nice. This must have been a biter base, either biters traveling or just a biter base that was about to begin. Yep, that one was one that was just beginning here. of those out. Probably going to be best for me to try and get around to the other side here, though. Awesome. That looks like another fighter base beginning to start down there. Yeah, and then having walls also prevents them from getting in like this, obviously, which is another huge point to taking the time to do that. How big is this base here? Not big at all. It's probably another scouting base or expansion base. Perfect. I feel a lot better having taken that out. I mean, it's only a matter of time until more of them are sent. We'll try and probably get some defenses automated here sometime soon in the near future. I get some walls automated on the bus, and yeah, I think just mainly walls is really what we would need for that. Okay, here is steel. Came in a little fast and ran right into the building. Whoa! Nice thing is that actually with power now, I suppose I have the power to not use steam. I'm going to use steam just to use up a lot of the things I have in my inventory, though, I think. That's how I want to do this. So let's just start in reverse order here. Or kind of just, not really reverse order, but just working my way backwards through this. Something isn't quite lining up with how that's all connected in. That's okay. Coal would be coming in this direction. Then I can actually just do that to connect them in. I don't want the belts. This would go right here. Well, yeah, these need to line up here. That's totally wrong. Add those in reverse order. But I got so focused I was hardly talking there for a little bit. Because I'm just pretty focused, trying to make sure everything's connected correctly. Okay, and then we need 6 coal coke furnaces. One, two, three, four, five, 6. Okay. So there's coal coming in this direction. And then iron combines in with this lane here. Comes in that direction. Yep. Okay. Steam is being made. Pumped throughout. And then, yeah, this was kind of connected up that way. I'm gonna connect it up that way again, just because I don't know, feels like it'll help. Okay, those inserters are going in the right direction. Slag needs to continue on. I just need to connect iron up over here, and then this side should be going. Okay. I think steel should be rocking and rolling. Love watching these turn on. This one still keeps saying no ingredients, which is really interesting. Is it like a belt thing? Cold coke coming down. Crushed cold coke coming down. Steel blend being made. Let's see here. I'll use 1.25 per second. This should be making exactly that. 6.25 and 2.5. More than enough. More than enough. So yeah, these should be pumping fast enough at all times. There's always something that is the cause of like lag in a system like that. It's happening on the same issue on this side. And I wonder if it's just because, so for lack of a better term, that there's no back pressure in a sense. So like with how this lane right here is completely filled up, because this lane that these are eating from, this lane right here, isn't completely filled up, but these ones are producing enough. If all the iron or all the steel bars that are coming off this lane are getting eaten up and used, and this never backs up so that this stops or reaches a full point and this thing can fill up, we might not get to that point where these are completely full. Just because for this one to be running, it would need fuel, or it would need items that are already on the belt here. Why do those look like they're different colors? It's like some are bigger sizes than others. Steel blend. Yeah, they're just making steel blend. That's interesting that like some of those are different sizes than others. But That's my assumption, is that it's not running because there's just stuff that gets caught up on the belt. But it's weird because it means that like this belt should kind of slowly back up in a sense if one of them isn't running, but oh well. We improved our steel production, and we could double these things down. It doesn't seem like the issue is belt speed. At least let me see over here. Yeah, actually we couldn't double up belt speed without like doing some sort of direct inserting shenanigans. Or no, because of the way we have this, like we could have these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 outputting here, and then the other 7 outputting, like they split off at some point and come on before the other one. These other 5 do. We could even have the other 5 right down here. Yeah, we also have electric furnaces coming on the horizon, so maybe we won't really worry about that too much, and we will do an electronic steel production system next time. This is a cool, I gotta say, this is a pretty cool build. I like this one. The way that this one turned out, and especially because of the fun that I got to have with this. Oh, what is going on here? I didn't realize that that is a hiccup in the system. Does that happen up here too? Interesting. So, I wonder why that's getting stuck like that, and why this isn't able to just filter through. Is it because, here, what if I do that, and we do this, and we put this, and then we take out the middle one. Yeah, that seemed like it cleared it up. That did seem like it cleared that up. Okay, so let's do this. I'm going to fill my inventory with a bunch of crap, but that's okay. Oh, and this works perfectly for copying and pasting too. Sort of. It almost worked well for the copying and pasting. So this still should function correctly for the splitting, but this, I think it was because the splitters were back to back. No, they're getting clogged up again. This is really interesting. I mean, so far it seems like it's working fine down here. Still seems like it's getting clogged up a little bit back here, which is interesting. So now I'm really curious if I do something like that, would it somehow take care of the issue? Or will I still see these become clogged? That is very trippy looking. And so, yeah, I get really into optimizing my builds, and especially when I see a snake, because I wonder if the clogging of this system in some way is what was backing up. That makes no sense because this one wasn't backed up at all, so. But that's interesting. Making sure that there's no input to the back of it and forcing it to split at each point does make it so that, and then it puts it, because it puts it on the inside so that the outside lane is always free. That's cool. So now here, I wonder if I can do the same thing. Actually, yeah, we're gonna do it like this. Then we'll just delete up to here. Make sure my inventory doesn't get completely stuffed full of garbage. Is that how I finished the very last one? How does that feel? Oh, there's just an extra line in there. Beautiful. Much better. So yeah, I did my tinkering. Got steel optimized. See how many biters are encroaching on our territory. I think, yeah, this was all just more biters that were scouted out by the radars than it was new biters. Same as I think these were ones that were scouted out. I was clearing out more through this region, or scouted out in areas that were previously hidden by the black fog of war. So I'm pretty excited now to begin doing the fluid stuff. I've been thinking a lot about this, and because we have all of this crude oil right there, it makes it a very nice place to start doing the oil processing. However, I don't like that it is directly kind of underneath the bus here. Because we'll want to be able to bring these fluids up into the bus somehow. And so part of me wants to have this either on like the northern edge or the southern edge. There's a lot of cliffs up here, which I think we're going to have access to cliff explosives and should be able to take those out soon. But I don't think we have to worry too much about that. I also like the idea of being able to kind of plan for having this space behind here be an area for trains to come in when we need to bring resources in, like more iron, more copper, more whatever. And so I like being able to also continue down, adding in new resources across that direction. So I do think the best place will probably be to do oil production and all that business kind of way up here to the north. Ooh, neodymium chunk, cool. Yeah, up here to the north. Because then we still have access to the west for bringing trains and different things in. Yep. Yeah, I think that'll be the way to go. Let's inspect how far away we are from cliff explosives. Because that'll be something I'd be very interested in kind of rushing out. Oh, beautiful. We're almost done with this. And I think cliff explosives are, boom, right there. Start research. So those are going to take explosives, which I know are going to be taking sulfur. We already have access to those, so let's check that out really quick before we wrap this episode up. Here, let's hop on a belt so I can be moving in a direction I want to here. Let's hop on this coal belt. That one should take me pretty far down. If it's up on the steel belt, that one actually will take me all the way down. Perfect, okay. Technology, or nope. Explosives. Sulfur, water, coal. Made in chemical plant. And sulfur comes from either acidic water or water and petroleum gas. Acidic water comes from crushed sulfur or just regular sulfur. That's kind of a... Oh, that actually makes me wonder. Oh, you get crushed sulfur from sulfur chunks. Makes me wonder if we can just mine up some sulfur and get right to the explosives without needing to mess with the oil so that we can have that. Because it's kind of it would suck to have to build around the cliffs just so that we can have the cliff explosives, then destroy the cliffs to then rebuild. Yeah, because then we could just go straight from the crushed sulfur into 20 acidic water, which would give us sulfur. That seems pretty straightforward to me. Thank you, Steel Bus, for transporting me down here. Now, this is the building I wanted. So we're going to quickly add that in here. Speedrun status. Okay, let's put this down. Boop, boop. Okay, we're gonna put one of these, one of these. This needs that belt. Iron and iron. This one needs steel and steel. Let's do this. So I can put that like that. Oh, it helps that they're connected. Perfect. Yeah, because I think this is the one I need to place over those interesting deposits we've discovered. And my perimeters and defenses. Looking good. I almost want to double that up. Yeah, I don't have any of those in my inventory, do I? No. But now we do. I actually want to go and test this quick just so I know before the beginning of the next episode. On car. So I think if I remember correctly, at our starting base, or near our starting patches, there was a sulfur. Oh. There were some sulfur chunks. Here's the coal ones. Coal deposits. Lead patch. If I go into map view, if I can see where this is. Let's turn the fog off. Sulfur chunks. I'm literally standing on it. Basically. Okay, sulfur patches. We take this deep drill. Ooh, I think they do go on here. And this, oh. Look at those modules. Delicious. No input fluid. Oh, that's right. This stuff runs off of fluid. Consumes drill fluid. How do we make drill fluid? Wow. Oh, it's so much stuff. Solid fuel, iron mechanical parts, and sulfuric acid, 20 lubricant, just to get some drill fluid. Mine's 5 per second. It has 10% productivity. Where is that building again? More information on it. 1 megawatt of drill fluid. So potentially this just drills it very, very fast. Mining speed of 5 per second seems pretty good. And so it takes 1 drill fluid a second to produce 5.5 sulfur chunks a second. So that's 2.25 crushed sulfur a second. So that would be like an acidic water roughly every second. Give us 1 sulfur a second. Very rough calculations. I mean, I think it is a net positive. Just looking at the numbers, it seems like it's net positive, except how do I get to the lubricant? Lubricant distillate. How do I even make that? Heavy oil distillate. Medium oil distillate gives me heavy oil distillate and kerosene. Residual oil gives me the medium oil distillate and light oil. Man, this is going to be quite the process, honestly. Yeah. I feel like we're going to need to just set up a basic... Like, there's going to be some kind of evolutionary steps to this, where we're going to be probably doing the very basic one right out the gate. And we'll work up to things of that nature. Because the other thing is that stuff that comes from crude oil is basically an infinite supply. Like a pure infinite supply. Like, you can't like really run out of that stuff. You can kind of slow down on a rate, but like you should be able to basically never run out of that stuff. And so that means things like lubricant and even sulfur are kind of endless supplies from something like that. So solid fuel as well. So to me, other than the iron mechanical parts, everything in this is infinite to get drill fluid. So it's basically like you're turning a little bit of iron into some fuel. Or into another resource. We're turning iron into sulfur, essentially. That's kind of what we're trading off there. So that's a lot of explanation. This was a really long episode. I'm going to get this purifier researching here. Get the lubricant going. Lubricant reforming. Here, let's put some of this exoskeleton stuff on, because I know we're going to be getting to making some plastic ASAP to try and build some of these things once we can. There we go. That seems good. All right. So I think we learned a lot, and I think we have a plan. Just going straight for just some very basic oil production. We'll probably just do like a couple buildings, maybe just one of each, unless we know we need 2 or 4 of some building. But and then we'll get started with that, kind of building that up in this northern edge. You know what? Actually, a good idea. Ooh, wait, no, this is just exploring further and further down. That's right. Getting kind of nervous that these had moved up, but I remember the formation of those. It doesn't look like they're moving up closer. But what I was saying is, I think it might be helpful to quickly throw some wall production on as we're picking up the buildings we need before we go up here. Okay. It's kind of funny because there's this tiny little single crude oil thing, and I think I want to build my kind of practice oil maybe over here or something, or kind of maybe up in this region. I think I want to be able to destroy these cliffs and utilize this whole space and be able to go upwards when I need to add new fluids and things in. And come to think of it, just because there's this huge natural water barrier on this side, I think I'll want to start like buildings on this side and have them grow to the left, to the west, as they need more production. Like down here, buildings start on the west, on the left side, and they grow to the right, to the east, if they need more production. But yeah, I could see that becoming a problem with running into the air, because like especially with the fluid stuff, you can just be slapping down 20, 30 buildings out of nowhere that just produce some fluid or something to an optimal amount. But yeah, I really like how much we're getting explored here now with these radars. Probably getting some other ones put out here, but yeah, I like that for the next plan. For the next episode, we'll get some wall production down, and we'll get some little testing going for that oil up here. Maybe we'll get distracted and go and slap some walls down up top, or down here on the back side or on the southern portion, just somewhere so we can be a little safer. We do have a lot of cool things kind of coming on the horizon, so I think with this basic oil setup, if we can just get to plastic so that we could then make the insulated wires and red chips. Ooh, we also need that's crazy. We need sulfuric acid. Sulfuric acid is included in like the tier 3 chips, the blue chips, and regular Factorio, but this is not regular Factorio, so yeah, we should be able to get basic fluids going, get our red chips, and then be able to make this power armor, which will be a big upgrade to our defense. Yeah, we'll be getting a lot more resistance across the board to the acid and different things like that, along with it increasing our inventory size and it having an equipment grid of a 7x7 at the bottom there, so we'll be able to put batteries and legs in here and be able to run fast and do all sorts of really cool things. So yeah, I'm looking forward to doing all that stuff in the next episode. Thanks for joining me on this super long one, especially the second half of this being a lot of just talking. But yeah, really enjoy going through this series, and I hope everyone's enjoying watching it. Thanks for joining me, and I will see you in the next one.